Oh my gosh, that episode was so crazy. I just loved it. So amazing. Just amazing episode. Even though the ending was like really like bad and I really hate Ezra now. But let's roll my intro right now. Hey guys, it's Ashley, my Pretty Little Liars recap of season 4 episode 16, Close Encounters. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said, 'cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Hope you guys liked my new intro. Like I said last week that I was gonna do a new intro, and this was kind of a last minute thing because I forgot. So we had a Emerson, that's Emily and Alison if you didn't know that, scene. It was so good. I was tearing up a bit. I teared up a bit. Find out too that Shauna knew all along, well, not like all along, but she knew Alison has been alive ever since Mona checked into Radley. Whoa, what is that? And she knew Alison ever since they were 3 years old because they were neighbors, like with someone's grandparents. And at first, Emily doesn't really like want to believe her. Like what? Like how? Why would Alison be contacting you this whole time and not us? But I guess she's telling the truth because she randomly shows up at the church that Emily's at, and she says that I have a message from Alison. It's like she just pops out of nowhere, tells Emily to meet Alison alone because Alison just wants to meet Emily. She doesn't want the other 3 girls with her. At first it's like a little sketchy because you don't want to trust Shauna and you don't know if she's telling the truth. And Emily just tells Spencer because she doesn't want to lie to Spencer, but it's kind of a bad move. Especially Spencer, and I don't trust her. Like she's the type that she's gonna do stuff like without thinking. Like I like Spencer, don't get me wrong, I don't hate her or anything, but it just gets on my nerves sometimes. Like she's like too suspicious of people all the time. But I know it's like you have to be in Rosewood, because there's like a lot of creepy people and with A and all that, but she's a little too suspicious sometimes. So she tells Spencer that she's gonna go alone to meet Alison. And so Shauna drives her to this like building, this like abandoned looking building. And then Shauna drops her off and drives off, and then you think, oh no, this is a trap. But no, it's not. She goes inside, and then Alison is there. Like, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. Like, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. But yeah, and then they hug. It was like, oh. Alison reveals that she doesn't trust the other 3 girls. She only trusts Emily. That's why she only wanted Emily there. And then we hear like someone's there like behind them, and Alison's like, did anyone follow you? Did you tell anyone? And then Emily's kind of like, she's like, oh no, like she knows it's Spencer following her. So then Alison just runs off and goes into an elevator, and Emily tries banging on the door. She's like, Alison, come back. And then yeah, she's like really mad at Spencer for like ruining that moment. I was mad at Spencer for ruining that moment. That was like a good moment. Like, why do you have to ruin that up, Spencer? Can I calm down now? It's only a TV show. Still, like it was like, dang, why have to ruin that? Why do you have to come at that moment? And she was listening too the whole time, like all about like how she doesn't trust the other 3 girls, and Spencer thinks that Alison is playing a trick on Emily. And you know what? I think Spencer is she's making it, I think she's overthinking things. I think that Alison is telling the truth. How she regrets everything that she's done to Emily and all of that. Like she's like so caring, like she misses Emily a lot. No, like I don't think it's an act. Like she was like teary-eyed. Like she has to be a good like Alison. Okay, maybe she's a good actor because she was playing Vivian Darkbloom or whoever. But still, like I have a feeling that I think she like genuinely cares about Emily. I'm hoping, because then that would be like just messed up, and I would hate Alison if Spencer was right, because it's like that would be messed up. So Hannah and Travis kissed in this episode. I saw it coming. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone saw it coming, right? Yeah, and Ashley walks right in them kissing, and she tells Hannah that it's not good for her to kiss some random guy right after she broke up with Caleb. It's not healthy for her. So Travis leaves, and then afterwards she's still depressed and sad. And then Ashley tells her like, "Okay, put on your coat. We're going out." Then they go to this random restaurant or like this random place, and Ashley tells her that we should throw plates against the wall. It actually helps. So yeah, they just grab random plates and they throw it against the wall, and it actually helps Hannah feel better, like to like take her anger out or whatever was building up. So Ashley Marin, she's a cool mom. You know what? Maybe I haven't said that. Probably in like another recap. I know I said that I think she's suspicious and all, but I don't know. Like she's really supportive of her daughter, and like she's really cool. Like I don't know. I think she's pretty cool. Okay, we're still with the Toby's mom thing and all that with Spencer's dad and Mrs. De Laurentiis. It's like I'm not even paying attention to those scenes already because I'm like so sick and tired of hearing about Toby's mom. Like, please tell me I'm not the only one that doesn't care about that storyline because I'm just getting sick and tired of it. Like, I don't see how that like pertains to anything. Like with Radley and everything and all that. And it was on Tumblr. I actually saw like this really funny like meme of Toby's mom. Like it had to do with Toby's mom, and I'm gonna put it right now. So yeah, I don't know, I just think that's a funny meme and I thought I could relate to it a lot. I'm kidding. So with Spencer's dad and Mrs. De Laurentiis, he reveals to Spencer that the reason why they've been so secretive about them two meeting is because Jason got drunk and he started a fight and he got arrested and he's trying to get back into rehab, and that's why. And he doesn't want like any other like drama added into his life or not, and so that's why they're keeping it like secretive, and that's why he's not telling Spencer's mom either. And so about Toby's mom and Radley and all of that, Spencer's dad wants Toby to sign this paper so he can't talk about Radley, can't talk about his mom to people and all that stuff. And Spencer doesn't want him to sign it because she doesn't really want to believe her dad, and she thinks there's something more to it. So, but in the end, he just signs it anyway because he wants to move on from all of that stuff. And I feel bad for Spencer because, I mean, Emily yelled at her at the end, plus the Toby thing, and yeah, she was kind of like on the verge of crying. Okay, now with Aria. She broke up with Jake. You know what? I'm kind of torn here. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be torn. I don't know. But I was an Ezra shipper for like the longest time. But ever since like Ezra's on the A team is like no. Like and I feel like Jake's not creepy. Like he doesn't seem creepy, but I don't know if he's gonna like they're gonna make him creepy afterwards, because that's how that show works. But as of right now, I'm kind of leaning more to the Jaria side, not the Ezria side. So she breaks up with him, even though he gives her like this really nice like pendant to wear, and he's a nice guy. Like I don't get it. And then he confronts Arya if she's afraid of Ezra because he saw Ezra shouting at this woman, this blonde lady, and pounding her car while she drove off. Like he was really like infuriated right outside the grill. So he told her about that, and she was like, well, that's not the Ezra I know. Making up all these excuses, because she's like kind of in love with him. Arya's like, well, but he was supposed to be in Philadelphia, not by a grill. And then Jake just said, well, you better watch out for Ezra. And she better watch out because he's already lying to her. I mean, he's been lying to her this whole time. And oh, he's just so creepy. So then Arya goes over to Ezra's apartment and asks him about it, and he says that that was Maggie's lawyer because Maggie doesn't want Ezra to see Malcolm anymore since that's not his son. Thing is he telling the truth? Is that really Maggie's lawyer? Like, see, like, I don't know if I should believe him or not. And then Arya's like, well, why didn't you tell me all about it and all this? Afterwards, they kind of like make up about it, and she believes him. I don't know if I should believe him. I don't know. And she says that she chose Ezra over Jake. She should have chose Jake. Then, while they're kissing, I was gonna say Jake and Ezra. I'm getting my like tongue twisters. So while Ezra and Arya are like kissing and making out in Ezra's apartment, Jake is seen like at the dojo place, and he's like, or the gym, and he's like kicking and boxing like this dummy, and then he goes over to the punching bag and he kicks it and he falls to the ground and his foot is all bloody. Then he takes off like this duct tape that's covering one part of the bag, and there's like all these like shards of glass sticking out. And then they show Arya and Ezra like kissing. So that was like, I'm guessing that was Ezra that planted that because that was the end. You know, I really hate Ezra, I really do. Unless maybe Ezra has a twin. Like I've been saying, I think Ezra has a twin, people. I feel like he has a twin, or maybe like some kind of personality disorder. Because there was this one thing that I saw on Tumblr. It was a screenshot of when the girls were in his cabin. There were like two silhouette pictures of two men, like a little postcard thing. And so people are like saying that maybe he has a twin now. You know, since they said it's not Alison that has a twin, unless they're just throwing us off. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't. This is a TV show. I'm going crazy over this TV show. This and The Fosters right now is like, I can't even. Okay guys, hope you guys liked my little recap and review. Leave me in the comments what you guys thought of the episode. If I didn't miss anything. I feel like I'm missing stuff, but maybe not. Hope not. But yeah, my favorite part was the Alison and Emily scene. That was like so awesome, and I really hope Alison means that stuff, because otherwise I'm not trusting anyone on this show anymore if she's lying. Go now. Bye guys. Peace out.